Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Patience, and in this space, we purposefully become better than we were yesterday. We live unapologetically and we live intentionally. So today, I want us to have a conversation that is going to shift our mentality or shift our identity from being struggling hustlers to purposeful creators. We are not struggling hustlers. We are purposeful creators. We are nation builders. It is important that we perceive ourselves in a more positive way. And when we do this, we are going to be more productive. When we do this, we are going to be more creative, and we are going to come up with a future that we are going to be proud of, not only as a nation, but as a continent and as a world at large. So your small effort today is part of a bigger picture. You are not just surviving, you are shaping the future. A very, very important word, the future. So let's be real. Everybody around us is trying to sell something. Everyone around us is trying something new. Everyone around us is doing their best to survive. But we cannot do much if we keep labeling ourselves in negative ways. We cannot label ourselves as hustlers, struggling hustlers. We are very important people. Everybody is a very important person in this world. You have a very important responsibility of shaping the future so that when people come in the future and find a world that is working, a system that is working, they look back and say that the people who are there did their responsibility to make sure that there is continuity of life, this continuity of purpose, this continuity of life that is intentional. So today I want us to understand that we are not just struggling hustlers. We are nation builders. Let us not accept the system to label us as unemployed. Let us not accept the system to label the youth as dependents. Let us not accept the system to label this generation as a struggling one, because that is not our true identity. We need to understand that you are the backbone of this continent. You are the energy. You are the creativity. And you have the power to shift economies. You can't just complain about them. It is going to be your responsibility to come up with new companies. It is your responsibility to come up with leaders that lead movements. It is you who will build schools. It is you who raise new leaders. But you just have to believe. So we need to shift this identity from being struggling hustlers to building nations, because the roles that we have here are not just the bare minimums that we keep thinking about. They are very important roles. Whenever we move to do our elections, we come up with leaders that are going to serve the nation for years, and it is without us. That cannot happen. Without our responsibility of going to vote in responsible leaders, we cannot have a nation, we cannot have a continent or a world that is going to progress. That is why I am saying that you are a very important person in this world. You are not just a hustler. You are a nation builder that is supposed to shape the future. So here's the trick. If they keep you calling yourself a hustler every day, you will never step into that space of being a builder. If they keep you believing that you are meant to come to this world to survive, to barely survive, you will never be part of the generation that terms itself as a builder. So you live in the bare minimums, and people will manipulate you, and you will not be able to grow as a person or even grow the economy as you should. So it is time to stop thinking small. Whenever you're selling snacks, tell yourself that you are learning business. Whenever you're teaching kids in your neighborhood, tell yourself that I am building a future. Everything that you do, whenever you do it with purpose, it becomes your legacy. And when you will go, people will remember you for your legacy. So you don't want people to remember you as a person who struggled to survive every single day. You want people to remember you of how you were part of a generation that came up with a very, very good, stable future, that made sure that whatever we have today will not affect whatever we'll have tomorrow. So this week, I need you to change how you speak about yourself. You are not jobless. You are training. You are not poor. You are in preparation. You are not small. You are rising. So whenever you go, I need you to post this, that I am not a hustler, I am a builder. Say it every day. Say it believing. We also need to understand that whenever you visualize your dreams without discipline, it is barely fantasy. It is barely fantasy. You need to put in the work. You cannot just visualize yourself in a Ferrari or a Bentley if you do not wake up and move and work. We keep saying that in this channel that we are supposed to move and move with purpose. So that Bentley will not come your way if you don't wake up in the morning and go to work. And whenever we say that you wake up in the morning to go to work, I'm not telling you to go and hustle and just struggle to survive. I want you to go and live out there with intention. Live there with a positive mentality. Because when you do so, you'll be able to push yourself to do beyond what you believe you can. So it is important that whenever you visualize, whenever you wake up every morning, it is important that you visualize yourself in a life that you really admire, in a life that you really want. Visualizing yourself is one step, but the next step is putting in the work. Put in the work. When you wake up in the morning, have a positive mentality that I am going to be better than I was yesterday. Have a positive mentality that I am going to be wealthy, and I believe it and I proclaim it and I accept it. But don't just accept it by word of mouth, but put in the work. You cannot afford to sleep 8 hours, 8 full hours. You have 24 hours. You sleep a third of your day. You are wasting your life away. You sacrifice now and have a good life later. Nothing comes easy. So we need to shift our identity from struggling hustlers. Let us shift our identity. Let us refuse to be labeled negatively so that others may thrive in your struggle. Let us refuse the bare minimums so that others may strive in cheap labor that you are willing to offer simply because you basically need to survive. It is important that you believe in yourself. It is important that you value yourself. It is important that you put standards in your life so that you can be able to be part of the people who are going to shape a great future, who are going to build a great nation. Let us not be swayed by politics. Let us not be involved in crimes, basically trying to protect other people in power who, when they get that power, will no longer think about you. Let us be part of a generation that rises up to truth. Let us call things out as they are. Let us work hard and make sure that we do not accept to have nations that fall, because our hard work is what is going to rise our nations to where we want it to be. People, our forefathers, struggled to give us independence. Our forefathers struggled to give us freedom to do whatever we are doing today. And it is important that while we are at it, we do it intentionally. We do it positively. We do it with a clear mind. We do it knowing that our children will be part of the future, and we want them to live in a secure future so that they may be able to do the same. Even when they get to their time, they may be able to pass on that positive energy. So let us shift our mindset from being struggling hustlers to building, to nation builders and purposeful creators. So until next time, subscribe, like and share this channel, and let us continue living intentionally, unapologetically, and being better than we were yesterday. Thank you.